And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A good return, but he pays it. At the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First run now for Kyren Williams. Down the sideline he goes. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards on the ground. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. They run it again with Williams. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Running left, Corum, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's second down. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. And they've got a new set of downs here. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man downfield is Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 7. And now an audible here into something else. On play action, they'll throw. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Second and 9 now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second and a couple. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. They give it to Williams, running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Able to avoid him at the 40. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 70 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there, as that's knocked down and incomplete. And the Rams had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
A gain of 3, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Darius Slayton deep to return. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide.
Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Cameron Bynum down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. And even 50 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 8. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
He'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Saints first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Second and 4. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Corum will score. Touchdown, L.A.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, Slayton. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man. That is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And here's Kamara on the read option. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Down to about the 32. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On the jet sweep, here comes Puka. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here now, 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. That's caught inside the 20. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field.
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. 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 All right now. You with me? I said, are you with me? Wake up to see my brand new horizon. The world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound has been found and yo,